We're Roger and Michelle. Row me. We began a great loop adventure in an aluminum trawler. But after those luminescent Bahamas waters, we didn't want to go back north. Now, we're dreaming of a bigger loop. So come aboard, join us as we take on the Mediterranean. In this episode, we are wrapping things up, getting that boat back together, but first we get out on the water.
We're waiting for our charter to start. It's a tough life.
Nakiano Bay is super cute. A shuttle picked us up at Preveza Airport, which was just 2 kilometers from Akio Boatyard, where the boat is on the hard. And I mean, we didn't even get 250 meters before a kind young lady from Poland said, "Can I give you a ride?" And we're like, sure you can. So yeah, shuttle brought us here, and we enjoyed ourselves at the club, the beach club, the Nakiano Hotel Beach Club, until our boat was ready, and here we are. Based out of Nakiana Bay, Lefkada, we choose Seafarer, a UK company specializing in cruising and sailing holidays for our RYA practical certifications. We set off on a 7-night, 6-day sailing adventure in the Ionian Sea. We are one of 3 learning boats. Long days have us leaving early, arriving late, and learning more than I thought I could ever learn. Rendezvousing in picturesque villages and late-night dining ashore in seaside tavernas are a special touch, and the memories made will stay with us forever. With almost no sailing experience, I decide to push my nerves aside, put my big girl panties on, and learn how to sail. Roger is the only day skipper in training aboard our sailing yacht, a 2014 Jeanneau Sun Odyssey 469, and the pressure is on. He needs to pass to get his ICC, a requirement for us to boat in the Mediterranean, while I am striving for a competent crew certificate.
Day 4 training, and this is the view we have tonight.
We are both successful and leave with confidence and the competence to get out there and sail. We are back from our week away, and today has started off strong. We've removed the rusty, corroded old anchor chain and anchor. We just came back from the office where we had a very pleasant Monday morning. Good morning, your life raft has arrived and our new mantis anchor has also arrived. We've ordered our new chain, so that's going to be ready to go soon. So it's just weird. The anchor is so completely pitted out and corroded, and the chain is gross and it's just history. But the shackle, which Roger's trying to save, looks amazing. Ooh, here's our pretty new mirror glass, 2 pieces, cut to order. Can we get this project done today? Here is kind of the, the old, worn 1-bathroom mirror. And this is the master bathroom mirror. I mean, it's looking old. Oh, look at that, a new mirror, yay! And new mirror number 2.
I want to ensure that they give me a brand new packing gland, so I am going to put gray paint on the one that's on there already, and that'll tell me whether they actually changed it or not. There we go. Done.
Okay. But does it turn?
Yes.
Okay, so you'll be able to turn it and tell.
Oh, actually no, it doesn't turn.
Oh.
That part doesn't turn, but I could put the mirror down there and see.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
It's like this hot, dusty boatyard. Oh, will we ever get out of here?
Here's something to be mindful of. We ordered 100 meters of chain, and she said, did you want 80 or 100? I said 100, so she sent over a bucket. Well, isn't there 88 meters? So she didn't have 100. That's why she asked for 80, I expect. So I measured it out. Now I'm going to the office and saying, well, I'll accept the 88 meters, but, I'm not paying for 100. Each length is 10 meters, and we have 8 and then 8, so that's 80 meters. And then the 90 meter mark is 2 meters short, so we have 88 meters altogether.
My first bowling in practice, gotta hoist the anchor. Very good. Oh no.
What?
It smacks our hull up top every time.
That's as far as it goes.
Yeah.
Is it?
Well, no, that's okay there.
I pulled it straight up. The chain would pull it level.
Okay. Oh, it looks so pretty, yeah. When you first started doing the gelcoat repair, you followed the instructions which said tape it off, and now we have little band-aid marks.
Yeah, so this is where I taped it, because there was a groove here, so I was filling it in. And of course, went over the tape, I pulled off the tape, and well, you get a band-aid. Very difficult to feather that in to join up. Other places, like here,
Yeah, look at that.
I did the freehand, but I was careful sanding around, so you don't want to sand over here. Careful sanding the spot I want, and then I can fill it in properly. And then when I take my sandpaper, my 250 grit, 400, 600, 800 grit sandpaper, wet sand it, I can blend it all in, and you can't feel that. The only way you know that I did a patch here is the color's a bit off.
Yeah.
It's hard to match 17-year-old gel coat.
Yeah, but it is smooth. It looks great, hon.
Smooth. Oh yeah, you cannot tell there was a scratch there.
I am mixing together in a bowl 2 cups of chickpeas, 2 cups of roasted peppers, red and orange peppers, a cup of extra virgin olive oil, a tablespoon of black pepper, 2 heaping tablespoons of tahini, a tablespoon of garlic salt. I just blend it all together and pour it out into a couple of glass dishes. Presto, keep it in the fridge, let the flavors melt for a few hours before serving. This could not be easier. We are taking a break from our yard work, and I'm just serving this this roasted red pepper hummus with some wonderful whole, they call it wholemeal, I guess, wholemeal wheat, whatever that is, sesame breadsticks. Breadsticks. Dip away, honey.
The hummus is great.
What do you mean? You're not a fan of the breadsticks?
Not really.
And the other awesome Monday morning surprise was the welder has finished with our new water muffler. Water muffler? No, yeah. So we're just doing a quick water test to see if it is in fact holding water now.
Well, where it was leaking before down here, that is holding water.
All right, looking fantastic to us.
Water leak test complete. It passes, flying colors.
We also just want to highlight what a pretty stellar looking job the welder did on.
Oh, incredible! Like this is
unbelievable.
Talent.
We said it, Stella. There we go. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Totally amazing.
So this is the piece that I couldn't get off, and I didn't realize the threads would be that thick. There was no chance I was getting it off. So cutting it, should have just done it from the get-go. Would have decreased the number of days on this project. Hindsight's 2020.
We are putting this sucker back in. Okay, you've re-glued the insulation around the box.
Sort of, yeah.
Well, it was kind of like that before.
Yeah. All right. So this should be easier to go in. The only thing holding the muffler on is this bolt goes through the bulkhead, through the muffler, screw it on. This is the only thing holding it together. There we go. There, tight. Got us a new turbocharger. Looks real pretty, spins real nice too. So I have to install it. It's the same way. It's just reverse of the taking it off, only harder. I would just go ahead and put this on right now, but I noticed they didn't supply the fittings for the water cooling and so on. So I have to take the fittings off the old turbo, put them on this one. The new turbo is in. Now I've changed the transmission fluid. I was here when Buddy changed the cutlass bearing and the packing plan, so he gave me the old one, so the whole paint trick really wasn't needed because I was here. Next job is change the oil, fill it full of coolant, and then fire this puppy up, see if it works. Next job is change the oil. And I said, thankfully, they have spare oil filters. Thought I'd check the part number on the oil filter. It's for a Kia Sportage, not a Yamaha.
Wouldn't want to see ya in IKEA.
So I went out and bought a Yanmar filter. Thankfully, I checked because this is just a bit too small.
Just don't tell me that was supposed to be clear.
No.
Good.
Time to see if it starts.
The turbo is back in, but the boat won't start.
No.
Where are we at?
Turn the key, the alarms go off, which they're supposed to. Then you turn it to start and the engine should turn over, but it's absolutely dead. Nothing, no click, no nothing. So, I'm looking for wires I may have pulled off while doing the turbo, or some other reason. I don't know. Well, let's see if this is going to start. Nice. The engine wasn't running or wasn't starting. Turned the key to start. It was just like no click, no nothing. So low voltage. Checked the voltage on the starter solenoid and it was showing 5.6 volts. Should be 13.5 because it's a direct wire coming from the battery to the solenoid. So what I did was I grabbed my booster cables. I hooked up to the house bank here. I put a ground on our prop shaft because that's the cleanest part on the boat when it comes to metal. And the positive side, I put on the starter solenoid, which feeds power to the control panel up in the cockpit. Go up to the cockpit, turn the key, fired right up, no problem whatsoever. So, the problem I have is a bad ground. I found the ground, bad ground, that's the only thing I can think of. I found the ground to the side of the motor here. It looked pretty damn clean, so I'm gonna have to take it apart and get sandpaper or something, clean it up. Hopefully that will do the trick.
Where is it?
You can't see it.
You can't see it.
It's buried behind the turbo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
Yeah. It's a really awkward and hard place to get at. Solved the 5 volts at the starter problem. I thought it was bad ground. Ended up the ground was fine because I tested it against another circuit. Used my meter on the engine and I touched another positive terminal and it gave full voltage, so the ground was fine. It ends up that whoever wired the thruster and the windlass took over the motor shut-off valve or switch in the back berth, which I thought was for the motor starter battery. So the thruster battery is not being charged. It was down to 5 volts and that was what was hooked up to my starter. So the thruster battery in the bow is responsible for starting the engine in the aft. So there's probably 12 meters of extra really thick cable not needed. I don't get it. Well, I get that they wanted a shut-off valve for the thrusters, but you could have done that in the right at the thrusters. So I've changed the wires now to the house bank's shut-off, which provides 13.5 volts at the starter, so problem solved. What I haven't figured out quite yet is why we went down to 5 volts on the thruster batteries. There has to be a draw somewhere, and I don't know where it is. I haven't looked, but there is a draw somewhere, a mystery draw. We'll figure that out, but at least we can start the engine anytime we want.
And we have a launch day.
Oh, that's right. Good thing I got it done now because today is Friday,
July 4th.
July 4th, and we are launching Tuesday morning.
Woohoo!
Yes!
Oh, it's going to be so nice to be out of this boatyard.
It is. So the engine will start. There's new everything. So we should be good, I hope, for a little while anyway. All these minor electrical issues, well, we can figure those out.
Well, doesn't that look pretty, honey? That's actually one of the challenges of being in a foreign country, not speaking the language, and trying to find the products that you want. You know, it looked like the tape we wanted, but yeah, I don't know if it's the extreme heat. It has been super hot, but this residue, well, this is annoying.
Surprise project of the day.
This scupper is in really bad shape. I changed the other side. I went on to loosen it up and it disintegrated on me. So this one's probably going to do the same. So let's replace it before it does. Kind of wish I were smaller right now because this space is very tight. But there's the bottom half. As soon as I touch that, I bet it'll disintegrate. I'd film it, but I barely can get myself in there, let alone a camera.
We have taken down the tattered courtesy flag and rope that they left us. And hoisted our brand new Greek courtesy flag. And now we're taking down a second tattered flag.
How's that?
A smidge higher. There. We have renamed her, we have hoisted our flags.
That time of the month again. June expenses. Overall, 3,590 euros. Ouch. Food, 662. Entertainment, 769 euros. 500 of that was our week-long training on the charter boat. So it was lots of fun.
Okay.
Mooring, 339. That's how much it costs per month to stay on the hard. The travel is car rental, a couple car rentals, gas tolls, all that stuff. It came in handy. Insurance, $1,000. That's an annual insurance premium. Medical, 106. We bought an EpiPen. Quick little story. We're at a restaurant. A guy approached us. He looked drunk. He went flipping over a chair right in front of us. Ended up he got stung by a bee, and he'd pass out and then come to and say bee, pass out again. So we put him in a recovery position and finally got out of, we deduced that he got stung by something, and we went looking for an EpiPen. Couldn't find one handy. So we said, you know, it doesn't hurt to have one close by just in case. All in all, pretty expensive month, but what are you going to do? You're in Greece.
In the next episode, we splash and look forward to what we hope is the start of our next amazing adventure. Hate this. Just hate. Here we are, like in the middle of the channel. We shouldn't be in the middle of the channel.